everybody. Welcome back to Race for Vets. I couldn't sleep, so I figured I'd just stay up a little bit longer and see what's going on out here. I have a couple of things I'd like to say. Um, we're having the elections coming up in November 8th. Very important election. I understand this. Depends what American people do, whether it be Democrat or Republican. Um, Personally, I am a conservative. I fought for this country to give you people the right to have freedom, and so do my brothers and sisters. To give this country away to elites, our senators, the White House, it's just unbearable to think. And they're going to take everything that you have. I'm seriously, everything. And I put a lot of videos out here to show you the proof of what's going on. Not just news, but beyond the news. Something to think about. I'll be right back. We'll start the countdown. Welcome back. Do appreciate it. People in America better start realizing who you're voting for. You already had 2 years of nothing but misery. You can see the difference of what happened to us. It's a crock, is what it is. It's a shame what's going on. I mean, look what happened. Our teachers are turning rogue, scared of their job, probably. I don't know. But they're teaching our kids the wrong thing. Math and history's out the window. Kids are being woke, telling them to do transgender at an early age. I mean, what kind of a situation is this? I never had that in school. And I can imagine if it did happen in school in my time, parents would definitely have a fit. But I give you, American people, credit, a lot of you out there, that you are waking up. You're starting to see the difference. Your Democrats are showing their teeth, and they don't care what they do anymore. And they warned us if they got in, that it'd be a one world order with new changes, a reset. But yet, somehow they got in. I wonder how they got in. I mean, for a president to hide in the basement and be elected, that's pretty good. They're nothing but lies, these people. And I'm not just talking about the Democrats. The Democrats is, oh man, they're bad. They are. But I'm talking about some of you Republicans too, the rhinos, like Liz Cheney. She could care less about America. Now, it's pretty bad. And when I say this, that when we hurt, they don't. America has just gave and gave and gave to other countries, to organizations inside America. We do support a lot of people. And doing this, they turned it right around on us, broke it in our rear. Now they're coming after us for no reason at all. You really don't have freedom of speech anymore. And you can see that out in the street. You wear a mega hat or whatever, some guy doesn't like it, bang, right across the head without you seeing it. Women are getting raped, and women, bless their hearts, since 2019 to 2021, over 1,200,000 women went and learned how to shoot firearms and got their license. And I can't blame them a bit. You know, they say that guns is a terrible thing. No, it's the person behind that gun that's terrible. So if you're certified to carry an arm, concealed weapon, then you're going to handle it pretty good. You're just not going to go out and act like John Wayne. You're going to use it to your discretion where you have to use it or not use it. But I can guarantee you this, if this does happen, they take our guns away, we're going to be in tyranny because only the crooks will have guns, the rapists. And during the fact that we're trying to defend ourselves from these crooks and rapists and everything else that are coming into this country, don't know who they are, what they are, our leaders are going to be safe with security. They're going to have security. They're going to have people with weapons on the taxpayers' dime. To hell with us. Our dollar's getting weak, very weak. It's going to collapse. There's no doubt about it. I can see it coming up. Been watching the stock markets and everything else, and you've seen it. When Trump was in, it was like 35 and it started up down to 34 and it held. Biden got in, it's between 30 and 29 shares right now. It's ridiculous. You see your gas prices, you see your food prices going up. I mean, I can't not believe that people would actually vote for a Democrat and lie, other than you're a young kid who don't know any better because they were indoctrinated in school. These children have been indoctrinated for the longest time, and both parties, the Democrats and the senators, knew about this and didn't do a damn thing about it. Now we're paying the consequences. You can see it out in the streets with Antifa. Black Lives Matter. Young kids, they don't care. They burn, loot, murder, tear down our statues because they don't know any bit different. Hitler did this to his children, indoctrinated them into Hitler's way of thinking. Again, you divide this country, people, you'll have no America at all, and it's coming to it. It's coming to a head real fast, faster than what you think. Now, next year, you will not have any food in your shelves. It's coming. China's buying up farmland. Bill Gates is buying up farmland. You got the United Nations involved in our lives, NATO involved in our lives. Excuse me. We don't make anything hardly at all in the United States anymore. We got to buy over China. Your prescriptions are over there being made. We're relying on a country that can shut off anything at any given time and hurt America even more. Our corporations don't care. All they care about is their stockbrokers, and they don't care about America. Now, when that day comes when we're going to hurt as Americans, we're going to suffer. But the elites won't. They'll survive because they'll have the money, all the money that they took from us. And I'll give you an instant about the money. What happened to that $1 trillion infrastructure bill? Did you see anything? I haven't seen anything new around here. What they're doing is they're taking money out of our taxes, excuse me, and they're paying off their friends, is what they're doing, and pocketing it themselves. You don't see anything about where that money's going to. It's all hush hush. These demagogues people that are out there right now, the Democrats, lying like a son of a gun, and they're spending money like crazy. Hollywood's involved in it with the Democrats. Your news organizations, they're involved in it. It's all corrupt from your city, county, state, and government. It's all corrupt. It's all money. It's bull. So when you see a kid burning something, you'll know where it came from the teachers. This is your tax money being brainwashing your kids. It's ludicrous, people. It really is. This is supposed to be the land of the free. Well, I'm starting to see Big Brother coming in pretty bad. And during the fact, and I said this before, in England right now, in a McDonald's over there in England, they got a TV camera in the bathrooms. And that's no lie. I checked that out already with people over in England. And it's going to happen over here. What happens in England comes over here. I mean, this is getting ridiculous. Your car's got a GPS, your phone's got a GPS. You got CCTV cameras in every corner of every damn main street in the city. In May 3rd of next year, 2023, if you want to fly domestically, you got to get a real ID, excuse me, that's what they call it, real ID, before you can even fly, or you don't fly at all. They'll kick you out. So when you think you got it made, you got money and everything else, you get a ticket. As soon as the TSA sees it, where's your real ID? Don't have it, bang, you're out. They won't allow you to go. That's something else you probably didn't hear about. Our money's being such depleted right now, and I'm sorry if I'm bouncing all over the place. I'm just trying to get everything in my head here. In America, that China no longer wants our money anymore, or Russia, or Africa. They're starting their own currency because our money is weak. Because they're spending money like crazy. They're printing it out, and they have nothing to back it up. No gold, no tangible. It's a fiat monetary money. It's nothing. It's a piece of paper. And eventually, you're not going to have anything else to buy because of it. Now, what they're going to do, what I understand, when people go up in an up scale of nothing but terrorism, what they're going to do when they find out that you can't spend anything without spending an arm and a leg on it, they're going to go to CBDC, central bank digital currency, and they're going to make it all better for you. Well, if the money's no good, the paper money's no good, why would you want to go digital? It's the same thing. There's no tangible value to it. It's a form of control, is what it is. If they're going to make it sound good, they're going to say, oh, wow, you can do this with it. Instant payment, transaction. The problem is that later on, when everybody gets involved in this CBDC, they can start using it for them to say, hey, you can't buy that milk. You bought too much. Canceled. Denied. If you want to buy candy, nope. Too much candy. Denied. If you get in trouble by the law and they find out about it, canceled. Denied. They'll have control of your money. And this is what they want. All the laws in the world is not going to stop anything unless they stop it with your money, to control your money. And this is what they're going to do. Look at under CBDC, central bank digital currency. See what that is. It's bad. But this all stuff is coming down. It is. Crime is on the uprise. It's going in the inner city. You see what happened to Nancy Pelosi's husband, Paul Pelosi. Of course, now he'll have security that us taxpayers are going to have to pay. But then again, they want to get rid of our guns. So when crime goes up even worse because our money is being depleted, what are we going to do if they take away our guns? The good people. Think about it. It's wrong. Totally wrong. People don't care. How you doing, 12B? Sorry about that. Um, you just don't believe what's coming down on you, people. You don't. When you find out, you think the formula, baby formula shortage, wait till you have nothing on your shelves. And I've told you before, my best advice is start stocking up for food. You only have 20 or no, 19 days now. If this is really true about the diesel, which I have out there in my video, stating within 19 days, there's no more diesel left. Truckers won't be able to move. Trains won't be able to move. Generators won't be able to work. Vehicles won't be able to work. You're shafted. We're done. No food coming in at all. If these Democrats say something that sounds good to you, chances are it's a lie. And again, I'll give you an instance. Right now, they're buying folks. They're paying off student loans right now just to get voted in. What's going to happen eventually? They're going to take all your rights away. All your rights. They're not talking about the truth, about the crime. Your money that's going to deplete when you're not going to have nothing at all. The food shortage that's coming. Now, they're talking about Way versus Roe, you know. They're not talking about the education that your kids are getting right now. They're not talking about the amount of taxes they're going to take out of you after next year if they get voted in. Now, I'm not saying that Republicans are honest themselves, but at least they'll slow things down. I mean, every time a Democrat opens their mouth, it's a lie, other than their name. And they have the right to lie to you. They put a law into that too. You never see no documentation what they say. Never. It's just a word of mouth. I wouldn't buy a car without me driving it, checking things out. But yet people believe in the Democrats because of what they say. America's going down. It is. America's being split up. They talk about this white supremacy and blacks ain't getting nothing, and that's bullshit. Another divide. And if you ever notice on your news, it's always a person by color. You know, we're all Americans, not color. We're individuals. We're people. But yet they use colors to represent people. Indian, Asians, blacks, whites, yellows. It's never Americans. The only time you should ever use a person was when you're describing them in case of a crime happened. But no, all the news says the same thing over and over. Don't forget now, these news people get paid over $1 million to lie. And they're not about to lose their job for you. We are just Kmart shoppers. We're nobody to them. So they'll sit there and lie and lie and lie. This is what they do. You have to read in between the lines with these people. Because if they really did care, they tell you the truth. They would care about your children. They would care about your living habits. In other words, that you'll have food, that you have good medical. I didn't realize what was going on in the government until I was in the service. And I purposely got out of it because I didn't like the politics of it. And as soon as I got out of the service, 10 years later, I started seeing politics really getting heavy. And that was 1980. And it's getting worse. It's all lies now. And people believe it. And I can't believe it. You just don't know what's coming down on you people. Our military is depleted like you would not believe. We couldn't even fight a war if we had to right now. Our oil reserves is done because they wanted to give it to us to make it look good for their politicians to get voted in. I mean, if you have any humanity with your children, you should vote the right way. And again, if you know there's a rhino in the Republican Party, get rid of them when you can. I mean, they got the best suck job in the world. They don't do nothing. Half of them don't even show up and they get paid for it. It's all a game to them. They don't talk to their constituents. They don't ask what the constituents need. They just do it. They don't even assume. They do it. Now, this one lady, Stacey Abrams over there in Georgia, she's a piece of shit. She's nothing but a liar. Nothing but a liar. A racist. She never worked in her life. She's fatter than shit. And she makes money to lie. I should be a politician to lie like that. I'd probably be pretty good at it. Seriously. But yeah, this is all a game for them. And the more they lie, the better it sounds like to other people. I'm telling you, they're going to bite you in your rear. And they're not going to like it. Hold on, Joby, what's what you said here? Sorry, Joby, I was in a role here for a minute. I don't have a script. I just do it by memory. Wait till the next week. Shit show begins for, November. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You're right about that. It's going to be a shit show. Oh, yeah. He said, she said, it's no good. Yeah, we'll make everything right. Yeah, right. Now, even when the Republicans get in office, they can't do very much because every bill they pass, Biden will veto it. So it's not very much power they have, other than the House. They have the purse, the money. They can stop a lot of stuff by using the power of the purse, the money. We'll see what happens then. Nobody likes Daisy. She said, joke. Well, that's right. You are Georgia. That's right. Yeah. Good. She's nothing but a pure, hateful liar. You know, she's no good. She'll tear up Georgia just as fast as you can believe. It's a shame how these people can even run. And this is what, the second time she tried to run? It's a shame. And these people just keep coming back, coming back, coming back until they get voted in. Then they tear up the whole United States. If this is what you want, people, vote Democrat. Enjoy yourself, because I'll tell you what, next year is going to be shit if you do. I mean, really bad. I mean, they do want a one world order. George Bush Sr. said that he wanted to form a one world order. And I have that on my tape as well. So you just keep voting the way you want to without doing any investigation. And it's going to bite you in your rear. Trust me. You've got to know these people who you're voting for. I mean, I'm going to feel sorry for your kids. You know, this is why I'm out here. Again, I don't want any subscribers. I don't want any thumbs up. All I want is listeners. And I'll tell you what, if I'm 100% right, which I think I am, I'm going to make damn well sure everybody knows about it. And I'm going to put it right in your face. And I'm going to warn you guys, say, hey, I told you. And you can suffer for it. But if I'm wrong, I'll say I'm wrong too. It works both ways. I don't like eating crow because it doesn't taste like chicken, but I will say, I was wrong. But so far, what I've been reading, nah, it doesn't look like that. You got CDBC, you got the NATO, you got United Nations being involved, you got Ukraine right now. We just got Afghanistan's war. 20 years over there and didn't do a damn thing about it. Nothing. Just left the equipment there. You getting these people come on over here, going to our colleges, and they go home and use it against us. We give them technology over here, they go over there and use it against us. Why is that? You couldn't even buy farm area in China, the United States. But yet China can buy farm area here. Why is that? They're destroying this country purposely. They got bought out. It's all it is greed. And again, you and me are going to suffer, and we're going to suffer dearly. Only the rich are going to survive because they took all the money that we had and used it for themselves and their friends. And that's all it is, greed and power. That's all they want. They spent $5 trillion on Iraq and really that much? Wow. Yeah. And what do we get out of it, 12B? Nothing. Nothing at all. And they keep spending right now. They are. Our money is so weak, it's unreal. I mean, seriously, China wants nothing to do with our money. You know what's funny about this? This really amazes me, is that they put laws to stop the embargo over in Russia and China. But yet, the corporations here do dealings with China. So how are we hurting China when Russia's making deals with China and vice versa? I mean, it doesn't make any sense. All these laws that they're putting in there isn't hurting them, it's hurting us. Let's just say a shit sandwich is what we get. Yeah, that's right. It is. It's a shit sandwich. Start doing your reading out there, people. Read what's going on. I mean, don't just look at the news. Go into YouTube, look around. Go into Google, think about something, and then pursue it. Find out what goes on out there. That's what I do. And it takes a while. Sometimes I hit something, sometimes I don't hit nothing at all. And I send it out to you people as much as I can. I mean, I'm telling you, as sure as I'm living, we're all going to be hit by this. And each one of you are going to say, what the hell happened? And you blame it on yourselves. each and every one of you, because you didn't put your foot in their asses. I'm talking about Congress and the government, because they are going to just shit all over you. And that's all there is to it. When you start starving, you're going to know. And you might be lucky. They might serve you bugs, crickets, maggots, worms with rice, because other countries eat it, they said. That's why they're going to do it. Bad enough they're getting rid of your meat, your chicken, poultry. I don't know how many processing plants went down and got burned, but no one knows the why. Why these plants are getting burned. Yeah, it's coming. And I'm telling you what, if you ever felt hunger, you'll know. When I was in bivouac in the military, we didn't eat for 3 days. Man, we were so freaking hungry, and we were working at the same time. What's that? Go on, BitChute. Oh, I can't get my glasses on. You threw me a curve here. Go on BitChute, Brighton, and other media. Yeah, there you go. BitChute, perfect. Yeah, I used to be on BitChute. Go there, check around. He's right. A lot of information out there in BitChute. But just don't assume that you're going to be taken care of by the government. Anything that you have to deal with the government, they're going to shaft you. They don't know how to run a business. And America is a corporation. It is a business. There's so much things out of control right now. Government can't even handle it anymore. Laws ain't going to help. We already got enough laws. The money ain't going to help, as you can see. They're spending money left and right, and it's still not helping American people out. They're giving it across the seas. It's ridiculous. It's amazing. My private photos here free. I give this guy credit. Oh, unreal. That's good to know, sex offender. Jeez. Anyway, there's not going to be America left, so it's up to you. It's a mess. It really is. And I give it maybe about 2 more years before really things start hitting us hard. Because if we have no money to do anything, we have no military to do anything, we have no food to do anything, China's going to come right in without shooting one shot. And it's going to happen. Don't think it won't. Then they get what they wanted. And then it's going to start a one world order. Why is NATO or the United Nations involved in our country? We shouldn't have them in there in the first place. We don't need them. We're Americans. We used to be strong. We used to invent things. We used to create things and make them right here in America. Not anymore. These corporations that we bought stuff from, they turned it right around on us and don't care about America no more, because China can give them more than what they can over here in America. So they go to China to buy stuff. That's sickening. And who did this? Our leaders. They didn't care. They're out partying down and having a good time. Didn't care about us at all. And now again, they're showing their teeth. Now, as soon as America goes down, all the other countries are going to go down with it. It's going to be like a domino effect. Yeah, that's right. Ukraine is none of their freaking business. Yeah, you're right. Also, yeah, they shouldn't be even being there. Shouldn't be there at all. It's not about Ukraine helping the people out. It's about the money factor. It's what it is. I have it out there on the YouTube. I'm not going to get involved in that, but if you want to see it, it's on the YouTube. The last one I made 2 videos, and you can watch it. It tells a lot why we're in Ukraine right now. And it's not about Ukraine at all. It's about the money. And if they do win Ukraine, which I doubt, yeah, Ukraine is a big grift. If they do win Ukraine, United States, then comes the one world order. They got it made because they got rid of Russia and China. But there's no way that they're going to get rid of Russia or China. China owns Taiwan, believe it or not. Uh, The people from China moved to Taiwan a long time ago, and they created the name Taiwan. But actually, it's China that owns that property. Check it out; you'll see for yourself. But yet, we're going to defend Taiwan. We couldn't even fight two camels with the amount of strength we have. We have nothing. They depleted everything in our military. We got people who are woke. People just go in there just to get a sex change. What are they going to do when they go in the front lines? Oh, don't hit me. My nails, they're polished. Oh, the man hit me. I mean, it's just stupid. And they're doing this purposely to knock America out of the ballpark so China can come on in. Now, it might take a little while, but it's coming. It is coming. But for your food, next year, you watch. They want you to submit. They want you to obey. As soon as they got into our healthcare system, it turned rogue when Obama did that. And the only thing he did right, and I'll give him credit on it, but you're paying for it, is that pre-existing condition when you have to go to some other place else. That's the only thing he did right. But other than that, they were the shit. And it just cracks me up to see these commercials. Oh, got a heart attack. Want to check your heart attack? Call your doctor up. Go to the hospital. Get examined. Who the hell can afford it? Seriously. Now I'm supposed to have free medical in VA hospital, and it ain't worth a shit. It's run like a third world country. They don't care because they're not responsible for what they do. They can do anything to you, and no one holds them accountable for it. And the only way you can sue them, you have to go through the government. You can't go through civil court. And you know how that's going to work. Government fighting government? Yeah, right. Seriously. I mean, it's just disgusting what they do to us veterans. And that's what they're going to start doing to you people in private care. And it's coming up right now. They get involved in your private care, where they're telling the doctors how to do things. These doctors went for like, what, 8, 10, 12 years? They know their way of doing things, but yet the government tells them what to do. It's pathetic. Canada's no better. Their health system is terrible. Look at it. Go through YouTube. See how bad it is now. They have to wait in line just to get serviced on. And when they go there, it ain't that good. The doctor don't care. They abuse them, yell at them, scream at them, wait, give them the wrong prescription. Pathetic. Look at England right now. Gasoline is so freaking high, and the natural gas there is just outrageous. And it's happening here in America. A lot of people are going to die this year. Young kids to older people, even the middle class people, because of the lack of energy we have here. Does the government give a shit? Nope. Don't care. As long as they got to have heat. So you think that this is not coming. You wait. It's coming. It really is. And it's all going to come down at one time on you. So I don't know. If you think the government's okay, vote Democrat. If you think they're not, vote Republican. But again, when you do vote Republican, the next election, you get those rhinos out of there, like Lindsey Graham, Mitt Romney. I was happy about Lindsey Graham getting kicked out. Oh, was I happy? Well, she's so mad right now, she can't see. And you could see what she does right now. She's trying to help the Democrats out now because now she's mad because she got kicked out. People didn't like her because she was a Republican, but she was really a Democrat. She was two-faced. Pathetic, isn't it? But this is the kind of stuff you got to do. Get them out of there. And it's always the same people that go back into the office. They get kicked out and they come right back to a revolving door. I'll give you an instance right now. What was her name? Governor Granholm, who is part of the energy for the White House right now. She was our governor here in Michigan. She was a piece of shit. She took her 8-year term, went to California to live, and came right back to the White House. Now she's the energy person. And she ain't worth a shit. They keep getting into government because they're making money. How can a person make 182 to 200 and some $1,000 a year and come out a millionaire? Think about it. Seriously. Because they have inside trading. The same person that did that was Martha Stewart. She did inside trading and she went to jail for 6 months. But yet they can do it and they still do it. Look at Nancy Pelosi, how much money she made off them chips. This is all a game. They don't care about American people. Do you see them stopping, the food prices going down? Nope. They talk about it, but they're not going to do nothing about it. They could care less. The formula, all you hear now is, oh, wow, the baby formula. They don't want us to feed the illegals with the babies. How mean can they be? What about our children? Who invited these people in? Biden did. If they didn't come in like they did, we wouldn't have to worry about it. These people are getting free everything. Cell phones. They're living in the best luxury. Hotels, 4 or 5 stars. Getting everything free food, free medical, free education off our taxes. They're even getting our Social Security. They're getting better than we are. Excuse me, just to buy votes. That's what it is. In New York, they tried to get illegals to vote, but a judge stopped it. This is how crooked our Democrats are. They're terrible. They don't want to lose power. And the idea is you got to get them to lose power because if you don't, they're going to power over you. Everything you have from your property is going to be taken away. And I have that on video as well. People don't think it's not coming, but it's coming. If it happened to Nancy Pelosi's husband, Paul Pelosi, shoot, it's going to happen to you eventually. Just like a guy who never shot a gun in his life. He keeps aiming at that bullseye. Eventually, he's going to hit that bullseye. Well, that's what's going to happen to us. Eventually, crime's going to come in, and it's going to happen to you or your kid. It's a rotten thing to say, but it's the truth. I don't hold no barges, people. Believe me, I don't. I'll tell it like it is. And I have nothing to gain by it. I'm not asking for money. I'm not lying to you. I'm just telling you the truth. If you can't handle it, don't even look at my channel. I don't care. That's up to you. But the people who want to listen, please do. Because there's a world of hurt coming. Half the people here just don't even walk out in the streets anymore. Scared to drive to and from work anymore if they can afford it. Now they have a choice, gasoline or food. God knows if you own a home, you got to pay for your car insurance, you got to pay for your taxes. I mean, all this is coming down on you. How are you going to afford it? People are in debt. They didn't expect this. Oh, yeah, there's going to be a lot of people hurting. And you blame it on your government because they know, but they don't give a shit. They don't. If they did, they'd help you out. I'm pretty sure that $1 trillion infrastructure bill would have helped a lot of American people out. Really. But it didn't work out. They gave it to their friends, the unions, the corporates, pharmaceuticals. This is their friends overseas. Do me and I'll do you. I give you money. Election time comes. Give me the millions that I need to post it out there that I'm going out for re-election. They don't care. It's not about you anymore. They took everything just they possibly could. Now they're going to go after your homes. And it's going to happen. I don't know how many times I've heard other senators saying, yeah, we like China's rules. China's the best way to go. Meaning, they want the same laws here as they have in China. They love it because they can dominate you. And there's not a damn thing you can do about it. They're taking your rights away. Your freedom of speech, your Second Amendment, rights for to go in your house. Caesar, I can't think of the name of it right now, but yeah, and your Fifth Amendment. This is all coming down. They're just doing what they want to do, and they can monitor, like I'm on right now, the internet or your phone. They can do whatever they want to do and get away with it now because of George Bush Jr. passed that Patriot Act was for the enemy, not for us American people. But they use it for that now. We're the enemy because we're mega people, conservatives. All we want is just peacefulness, work, go home, be happy, go where we want to go, drive where we want to go, and have good, decent prices out there. But we're not getting it. It's getting worse, worse, and worse. I'm going to feel sorry for the people this year who's going to die. And I'll leave the blood in their hands. The government did it, nobody else. But you have a right to turn it around if you can do it. This is our last election, one way or another. Depends on you. Again, it's pretty good when a president can hide in the basement changing his diapers and he wins the election. Something's funny about that. Do what you can do. It's your life. But if they do get in there, I would start telling these senators, start changing the laws. Start making things right for American people. It's not about Roe versus Wade. It's about living decently, where a dollar stretches out so you can have something to eat. Eventually, you won't be able to go to restaurants because you won't be able to afford it. Cars right now are going to be expensive because of this damn EV car, electric vehicle. And if you notice, you can't work on anything anymore. You can't work on your appliances, wash machines, cars. They don't want you to save money. They don't want you to do it yourself. They're doing it purposely. I have friends in the big threes, Fords, Chrysler, Chevys, and they're up there. And these people make a lot of money. They fly all over the place. And instead of living in a motel, they're living in an $8 million mansion, rented. And they eat the best foods, fly all over the place. And the reason for it, because we're under turmoil. We can't work on our cars. We got to give it to the dealers. They did it purposely. It's all a game. How many times you went to a store and you bought something? Would you like insurance on that? No, that's all right. Anything you buy, would you like insurance on that? It's a gimmick for them, just like your car now. Oh, we got this car. It's only going to cost you X amount of dollars, but if something goes wrong, we'll take care of everything. But you got to go through different plans. What do you want on your car? And the more you ask for, the more it goes up in price. Sure, it helps out if your car does break down. They'll pay for it sometimes. But then again, look at all the money you spent on it just before your car broke down. You could have saved that money and just paid for it for yourself. Try not to get yourself in debt. I thank God for my parents. They told me a long time ago, don't get in debt. If you can, pay for it outright. If the emergency hits, use your credit card, but pay it off fast. I don't owe nothing here in this house. Nothing. Everything's bought and paid for. And I thank God for that because I would have lost my house a long time ago. Think about what you do, people. Think about it. Don't assume anything. Again, you wouldn't buy a car unless you took for a ride to find out how many miles you can get per gallon. What kind of tires you have? If it's 6 cylinder or 8 cylinder. Do the same things with these politicians. Find out who they are. And if you notice when they're out there asking for your votes, there's no D and there's no R on there for Democrat or Republican. You got to look them up to find out if they're any good. And if they're no good when you vote them in, kick them out the next 2 years or 6 years. I mean, these people are just having a ball with us. But I think you'll see the light next year when things really get bad. And I hope I'm wrong. I really do. But if I'm right, you're going to hear about it from me. If the Democrats do come in office, which I hope they don't, I'm shutting down. I'm shutting everything down. If the Republicans can come in, then when they start going after Republicans that are rhinos, start talking about them and start getting information about them. You got to do your homework. I don't care if it's 15 minutes a day. Do something. I mean, they're just working you people to death. I mean, as soon as you get your paycheck, look at your taxes coming out of there, and then they're going to get worse. Then you got to pay for your gas, then your food, your lights, natural gas, electricity, and it's going to go up higher and higher. How much is it going to take before you realize that the Democrats lie? They don't care. When someone gives you a gift for free, there's a reason for it. Nothing in this world is for free. Nothing. There's always a gimmick for something. And this is what the Democrats are doing, trying to buy your votes for free. But in the long run, you're going to pay for it. In fact, you're going to see it now coming up, the amount of money they spent. Well, I guess that's just about it. I'm out of wind now. But you decide what you want to do. I'll keep it up as much as I can and talk as much as I can about this because I can't say it enough. You will get screwed big time. And start banking up on your food, gasoline, propane, whatever you can do because it's coming. And look on YouTube to find out how you can survive if something should happen. It's out there, all the information. Learn it, do it, and protect yourself for it. That's all I can tell you. Thank you, 12B. I do appreciate it again, buddy. All right, Rights for Vets, we're out. And have a good night, everybody. And always, y'all come back now. You hear?